You know, even if the Batman is as great as I think it will be, I'm not sure you can really have a definitive Batman. Adam West, Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, Robert Pattinson, and all the other ones. They and their shows and movies will always have their legacies, but my favorite adaptation of Batman is, it has to be Batman the Animated Series. Not just because I grew up on it, and I grew up on a lot of Batmans, but no, this show is enduring for reasons. So you may ask, therefore, why do we still love Batman the Animated Series? Well, for one, you just have to start with the style. Just starting off with that intro, one of the best intros ever to any show, Argue With Your Bat. It sets the tone, just the atmosphere for the whole show moving forward. So cool, so stylized. You know you're in for something different. Largely because they drew the show on black paper, just a stroke of genius there. Because now dark is the standard and everything stands out against it. Batman is the knight with or without a K. And of course, his city would be so dark that it's drawn on black paper. The dark deco style, as they called it, the inspiration from Tim Burton's Batman stuff, with Danny Elfman and Shirley Walker's music all throughout the show, so good. It's all dark but not grim dark. Batman may be the Dark Knight, but he's also the light in the shadows. And you get all of that just from the visuals and music. And it works so well to highlight the characters, because these are some great characters in this show. Just starting with Bruce Wayne and Batman. You understand his pain, you understand his struggle, you understand his kindness. How he uses being Bruce Wayne to help him be Batman sometimes, and usually not the other way around as much. How much he's gone through though in his backstory and in the continuation of his story, the things he doesn't talk about, the things that have hurt him and he has to let go of, because of the things he feels like he has to hold on to. And I'm including the movies in this too, so I didn't expect to be happy and all that. But other characters too, like even Alfred, Commissioner Gordon, Harvey Bullock, Harvey Dent, Two-Face, Clayface, Mr. Freeze, Heart of Ice, come on. Harley Quinn, the show created Harley Quinn, probably one of DC's A-tier characters at the moment. Just so many well-defined and well-written, memorable characters. And how could I forget, still in my opinion, the best Joker there's been. Except I didn't forget him because he's a pretty good transition to the next swoopy slide card thing, which is the acting. Yeah, there it is. Still my favorite Joker, portrayed by Mark Hamill, way before I ever really cared about him as Luke Skywalker or Star Wars in general, which has been about 2 years now, almost. Mark Hamill's Joker performances were a treat every time he showed up in an episode. But of course, Kevin Conroy's Batman and Bruce Wayne voices just kept the whole thing together. His ability to transition from the Playboy Bruce Wayne straight into the Batman, or vice versa. The way Batman could sound threatening or warning or kind and helpful, and yet still so clearly Batman. Just a wonderful job. Kevin Conroy's Batman voice is still my brain's default, just like Mark Hamill's Joker is also my default, and his laugh, oh my gosh, his laugh. He has to have the most iconic Joker laugh there is. But of course, Arlene Sorkin as the literally defining voice of Harley Quinn. Michael Ansara as Mr. Freeze, just so many legendary performances in this show. For me, it all just works together so well. And it's not like an unpopular opinion or anything. People love this show. There's a reason I'm still able to talk about it 30 years after it came out. But to me, this show is the perfect middle ground of Batman, where, darkness is literally embedded into the show, but it's not so grim that I couldn't watch it when I was, a baby. But it's not so kiddish that I couldn't have just watched it, earlier today. It works to keep you invested at really any age if you're into it. Not every episode is perfect or some classic. You might not like the art style when it changed up, but it's certainly a classic, and it started the DCAU, which is pretty cool. And it's also pretty cool that you're still listening to this part of the video. So thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. Be honest with yourself, what would Batman want you to do? Subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell to let your speeder sense tingle when I upload, or maybe the speeder signal, like turn on the speeder signal, I don't know, whatever. Thank you for watching. Please wash your hands, even if you wear gloves like Batman. Those gloves are nasty, wash your gloves. Anyway, I'll see you probably next week, same bat channel, same bat time.